feel like I do like more narcissistic guys in books. I have not had a book this year that's made me cry yet. So yeah, for the prettiest book that I've bought this year, oh god, there we go. How many 5 stars have I had this year? A grand total of... Hi guys, welcome to the channel, I hope you're doing well. So as you can see, I'm actually using my studio light today because I'm filming this around like 1:15 in the afternoon and it's really dark outside. So I thought it was a bit too dark to film without a studio light. So this is my first time filming a video with a studio light and I don't know how I feel because I don't know if it's like too bright. But for today's video, because we are now halfway through the year, I thought I'd sit down and do my mid-year book tag because I've been seeing quite a few people do this and I thought I'd kind of do my own. I'm saying I have my own, I'm filming my own, but I'm using the same questions as everyone else is using. This year my reading hasn't been great. To be honest, we are 6 months into the year and I've read, I don't even know how many books I've actually read. Since I've like properly got into reading a few years ago, this is like the worst year that I've had for reading. So I've read, how many books have I read? I've read 41 books, which is actually not bad, okay? It's better than I thought it was. I don't think I'm going to get 150 books. That means that in 6 months I have to read 110 books. Yeah, that's not going to happen. If it's first time to my videos, please hit the subscribe button, like this video. I also have an online romance bookstore, which will be in the link down below if you do want to check it out. So yeah, let's get into the questions. Question number 1 is the best book that I've read this year. Now for this, I'm going to pick The Puck Chase by G.N. Wright. I read this in January, so it was one of the first books I read this year. And oh my god, I absolutely love this book. The first 2 books in the series were MF and the 3rd book is MM, and this one follows Damon and Archer. This is very much like grumpy sunshine, hate to love type of situation where Damon, one of the MMCs, he has had a very difficult upbringing. He has a very traumatic past and he doesn't let anyone in besides his best friend, and even him he kind of puts to arm's length. And Archer, he is very much like gone through for energy and he just loves getting under Damon's skin, and they are teammates, so they play on the same hockey team together in college. Something kind of happened between them, but not actually between them, a few years ago, and they still have this like tension with each other. I absolutely ate this book up. I'd definitely say if you want a great MM romance that has all the tension and angst spicy, then I'll definitely say read this book. The best sequel I read this year, I'm going to pick Riding the High by Paisley Hope. This is the 3rd book in the Silver Pine series. The first book I enjoyed, the second book I actually really enjoyed, and this book I wasn't really expecting a lot from it. I was kind of going into it with more of like an open mind, like I might like it, might not like it. Oh my god, I ate this book up. This one is a grumpy sunshine, best friend's brother. It's also like a friend's love between the 2 main characters as well. Single dad romance, marriage convenience. This one follows Cole and Ginger. Cole is single dad. He has practically raised his daughter himself. The mum is not really in the picture. Ginger, she is best friend with Cece, who is the FMC in the 1st book, and Cole and Cece are siblings. And they've kind of known each other since they were very young. And they've kind of developed this friendship with each other. It ends up being a marriage convenience where they end up drunkenly sleeping together in Vegas. They end up getting married. They kind of want to keep their marriage a secret because Paul has recently been appointed the sheriff position and Ginger's dad is a congressman, so if this kind of gets out that they got married in Vegas drunk, it would look bad on both of them with like in the media's eye. So it kind of goes from there, and I just love this book. I love Ginger. I thought she was such a feisty FMC. Like I love a good feisty FMC. I love their relationship dynamic. I thought they were so fun with each other. So yeah, I absolutely ate this book up. I gave it like a 4 star. It was just such a quick and easy read, and I'm very excited for the next book as well, which I think is coming out later on this year. I'm actually sweating as well, like because of the studio light. God, I'm so hot right now. If I'm sweating, I'm so sorry. But the next question, question number 3, is my most disappointed read of the year. After this, I picked up The Crimson Moth by Kristen Cicerelli. Now, I expected so high things for this book because I've seen a lot of people absolutely eat this book up and love it. And I did still enjoy it. Like, don't get me wrong, I still enjoyed it, had a fun time. But I was kind of expecting this, like, amazing fantasy that I would, like, just keep on thinking about. And to be honest, since reading it, I haven't really thought about it too much. All I remember is it's, like, a witch, ex-witch hunter, kind of like a forbidden romance. They're both hiding secrets from each other, and this is the 1st book of this duology. I have not read the 2nd book. I do want to read the 2nd book, but the 1st book, I said this one just didn't really hit for me. I was expecting this tension, this angst, this slow burn, and it just didn't really give that. I also didn't really care about the MMC in this book. Like, I didn't really fall in love with him, so yeah, unfortunately this was my most disappointing read of the year, or like one of my most disappointing reads when I kind of was looking through the books that I've read. This is kind of the one that like stuck out for me. So yeah, I wanted to love it, but I just didn't. New releases that I have not read but want to read. So the 1st book has technically not came out in the UK yet in the sense of like paperback. I think you can download it on Kindle, but it's like £10 on Kindle, and I'm not doing that when I can get the physical copy. But it has came out in America. It's She of the Sparrows by Devney Perry. Now, I've read a few Devney Perry books. She's very much like known for her small town romances, and this one is actually a fantasy romance, so I'm kind of intrigued. I've heard a lot of good things about this book. When that comes out in the UK, I'll definitely pick it up. And the other one is Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan. This is the third and final book in this series. I don't even know what the series is called. It does have a name. I'm so bad with series names, like genuinely. This is the third book in the Skyland series. I read the first two books. With Kennedy Ryan, you know you're going to get deep romances, but it's a lot more than just romance. The characters have a lot of depth. The characters seem real. Each book in the series follows a different friend in this friend group, and the friends are just so close with each other and have been for so many years. They have this amazing bond and friendship, so I really need to get to this book. For my biggest surprise of this year, I decided to choose Limerence by H.C. Dolores. I probably have butchered that name. I'm scared about the second book because I read the blurb and I was like, oh no. Oh no, like, I don't want to say because I don't know if it will give spoilers. It'll probably give spoilers, so I'm not going to say. But there's something that I'm like, was that actually needed? But anyway, so yeah, this is the first book and I read it earlier on this year and I just kind of decided to pick it up because I saw one person talk about it on BookTok. My review on Goodreads, I literally put if Thatcher Pearson and Landon King had a kid, then it would be Adrian Ellis, the MMC. Like, I remember just reading about the MMC and he literally had me giggling and kicking my feet. So this one follows Poppy and Adrian. So Poppy has been at this like college university for a few years now and she's kind of very much seen as like a bit of like an outsider, and Adrian is kind of seen as this golden boy. There ends up being this death and Poppy thinks it's Adrian. So you find out quite early on if it is Adrian or not, and Adrian is kind of a bit of a sociopath. Like, he puts this persona that he's very much this golden boy and like everyone loves him. I wouldn't even say it's much more of like a hate to love type of thing, but it's just these two people who are attracted towards each other. Kind of confused why they're attracted towards each other. I just really love this book. I loved the MMC. I thought he was quite unhinged, but he was so funny and he was quite like charismatic. I thought Poppy was a fun FMC, and how the first book ended, I do need to read the second book. So this was my biggest surprise because I literally saw one person talk about it on BookTok and that was that, and then I picked it up. I very much like ate this book up. I read it in like a day or two. So yeah, if you haven't already picked this book up and you like kind of, I would say it's like dark academia, but like boarding school type of university setting, dark, mysterious. And if you like Landon King and Thatcher Pearson and you put them two together, then I think you'll like this book. The next question is a favourite new author. Now, I actually do not know what to put for this because I feel like I haven't discovered a new author. I feel like every year I start a series and I like fall in love with a new author. Last year it was like Monty J and I just haven't had that this year, so I'd definitely say if you have any very underrated authors, romance authors, who you feel like deserves more hype and you have like a series from them or certain books that you just love from them, then please let me know because I did not have an answer to this one. And then for my newest fictional crush, I did pick Adrian Ellis from Limerence because he's kind of the one MMC that I absolutely fell in love with. I feel like I do like more narcissistic guys in books. Like, Connor Cobble is like one of my favourite book boyfriends of all time. He's like second in my list. Absolutely love him. I need to do that trend on TikTok where you do like your top 10 book boyfriends, but I feel like I'll be debating it for like a year or so. So yeah, I might have to do that, but I just absolutely loved him, okay? I do like a good narcissistic sociopath in books, okay? I have like different types of men in books. I like a narcissist sociopath who is clever and has like old money style energy. I also do like very much more of like a golden retriever energy guy, but then I also like the broody bad boy. So I do have a lot of types, but Adrian Ellis just kind of took #1 spot for me for this year. Absolutely loved him. Another question that I can't answer is a book that made me cry. I have not had a book this year that's made me cry yet. So yeah, to be honest though, I sometimes cry happy tears with books and I hardly cry happy tears, or I cry sad tears, but I haven't had a book that's made me happy cry or sad cry yet. So yeah, maybe in the second half of the year, but this year so far I just haven't had that. For the prettiest book that I bought this year, I had to pick Watch Me by Tira Maffei because first of all, the actual like what do you even call this? The sleeve, the cover sleeve. The cover sleeve is like so pretty in itself, like how stunning. Well, like, look at this. How pretty is that? And like it says Watch Me. I don't know if you can see that. Hang on. Can you see that? So pretty. Sprayed edges as well. I have like the special first edition of it as well, and I got it from the works when it literally just came out. Look at that. I feel like this is my prettiest book that I own. One of the prettiest books I own anyway. You know it's good when the sleeve is pretty, the sprayed edges are pretty, and the actual cover is pretty. So I had to pick up this one for the prettiest book that I bought this year. Oh god, there we go. A book that I need to read before the end of the year, Great Big Beautiful Life. I don't know if I will though. Now this was one that I wanted to read this summer and I was like, yeah, I'll read it this summer. It didn't end up happening. I've put this book off because I have heard some very mixed reviews about it. Like, I've seen people give it like 2-star. Like, the amount of 2-star reviews, and it's like specifically a 2-star. I'm like, I don't know if I want to read this book. But I do have it on my list to read before the end of the year, because maybe I'll like it. Like, maybe because I'll go into it with more lower expectations, I might finish the book and be like, you know what, I actually really enjoyed that. or I might give it a 2 star like I feel like majority of people have. How many 5 stars have I had this year? A grand total of 0. Like, even though I loved The Puck Chase, that was like my favourite book of the year, I gave it a 4.5 star. I just have not had any 5 star reads. I'm so picky with rating my books anyway. The last 5 star read I've had is Caught Up by Liz Tomford, and I read that back in October 2023. So it's been nearly 2 years since I had a 5 star read, which is so bad. Like, I've had books I've absolutely loved, but I feel like when you finish a book, you have that 5 star feeling if it's a 5 star, and no book has kind of given me that for such a long time. Hopefully when I film this video at the end of the year, where I do like a full year like book tag, maybe I will actually say that I've had a couple of 5 star reads. A book that I want to reread this year, so for this I decided to pick up Nightshade by Autumn Woods. I actually luckily got the arc of this in January. This is like the works edition. I love the cover, how like the girl is grumpy and the guy's just like staring at him smiling. Like, I love that dynamic, and I read this book back in January and I didn't love it when I read it, and I think the reason why I didn't love it, and that's why I want to reread it, is because I read this book not long after Limerence. It was like a few days or a week after. Both those books give very similar vibes to me, so I just didn't love this book when I read it, and that's why I do want to reread it, because I feel like I'll enjoy it more now. It's set in Scotland as well, which I love. It's part like a university setting. The main girl's parents died and she wants to kind of figure out what happened to them, and then she meets the guy, the MMC, along the way, and is he on the rugby team? Am I making that up? Is he on the rugby team? Am I just thinking Johnny Kavanagh at this point? Oh no, he is on the rugby team. Literally just said rugby. So yeah, I do want to reread of this. I've literally just completely missed a question from earlier on, but a book that made me happy, I decided to pick up Beg, Borrow, Steal by Sarah Adams. I absolutely love this book. I read it back in January. I gave it a 4.25 star, and this was just such a cute read. I read the second book when that one came out the other year, and I really did enjoy it, and I didn't actually read the first book, When in Rome. I need to actually read that. I really should have just read the series in order, but every single book follows a different sibling in his family, and this one is Emily's book with Jack. It is very much of like a enemies to lovers type of situation where Emily and Jack, they knew each other in college. They didn't have a good first impression of each other. Years later, they are both working as a teacher in the same school, and Jack ends up kind of moving back to this town because he was supposed to get married. He doesn't end up getting married, and he ends up living next door to Emily, and they have this like rivalry between each other. It's very much guy falls first, and I just really love this book. I love the rivalry between them. I thought that was really fun. I loved how they slowly opened up to each other along the way, and I liked the depth that both characters had, so I gave it a 4.5 star. We only have 2 questions left, but the second last question is a book that you enjoyed when mixed reviews. I decided to pick up Problematic Summer Romance for this by Ali Hazelwood. I really did enjoy this book, okay? I gave it like a 3.75, so it wasn't like the highest rating, but when I was reading this book, I had such a fun time. It's not gonna be for everyone because the guy character in this is low-key, not even low-key, he is toxic. Like, he is a toxic MMC, and it is an age gap. It's quite a big age gap. It's brother's best friend. It's forbidden. But I felt like reading this book, it felt realistic. Like, it felt like, yeah, this is how this situation would play out in real life. Like, I think sometimes with romance books, we read romance books that aren't realistic, but sometimes we want to escape reality. But in this book, I did feel like it was kind of realistic how everything kind of played out, and I had a really fun time with that. I thought the FMC was kind of quirky, but in like a good way, not in like I'm not like other girls. I just thought she was quite funny and weird, but I liked that. And the FMC was toxic, but I also did like him, so yeah, and I liked the inside characters. If you've read When in Love? Is that what the book is called? Not in Love. If you've read Not in Love, the FMC in this is the younger sister of the MC in that book. So it is in the same universe, and I did really enjoy it. I ate it up. I read it in like a day or two, so yeah. Not everyone's loved it. I've seen mixed reviews, but I personally enjoyed it. The final question is a 5-star prediction for the rest of the year. I decided for this, I'll choose Whisper of Shadow by Monty J. At the end of last year, I got an arc of Wrath of an Exile, and I love that book. It was one of my favourite reads of last year. It was a 4.5 star, and this book has said that it is going to come out winter 2025, which I really hope it does. Now, I remember Wrath of an Exile was pushed back like a month or two, so I don't know if this one will be the same. I hope not, because I really want this book to come out later on this year. This one is Andy and Ezra's story, and it's going to be a childhood friends to lovers, and it seems like we're going to have another like Joey and Aoife situation. Like, when reading about them too, I was like, this is giving me Joey and Aoife, and I'm kind of scared where it's like the MMC is going to go through an addiction and the FMC just kind of wants to like save them and be there for them. I feel like I'm going to really love it, and I said I love the first book, and I love the Hollow Boy series personally. This is the second gen I forgot to mention, so if you read the Hollow Boy series, it's the second gen about the kids, and I love the Hollow Boy series, and this series, the first book gave very similar vibes of the Hollow Boys, and that's why I loved it. So I'm excited for this one to come out. Hopefully it'll be a 5-star read. So yeah, those are all the questions that I have to answer in this video. I really hope you did enjoy. Literally about like 5 seconds before I end this video, my camera decided to overheat, but yeah, I really hope you did enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in a brand new video. Bye guys.